Hi everyone, I just wanted to make a quick little video for you to help you navigate McGraw-Hill Connect assignments so that you can be the most successful that you can be. Right now I am in the student view of one of my English 101 classes. This is going to be the same information regardless of what class you take with me, English 101 or English 102. So you can see that we have a McGraw-Hill Connect link in this menu. You used this link to register for Connect when you were doing the orientation. However, the best way to access your lessons in this class, as always, is through the modules. So in this particular English 101 class, at the time I'm making this video, we have a Connect assignment coming up at the end of the week. So as a student, I would click this and I will be redirected to McGraw-Hill Connect. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the student view on the Connect page. This is what you're going to see if you're just in Connect in general. So I could see that I've got this writing process assignment here, right? What else do I see? I see that I could read my textbook. I don't need to get a hardbound copy of the textbook if I don't want to. I have access to all of that information right here. I also see that I could rent a book, so that's pretty cool too. I have a bunch of other menu options over here. So I've got to-do lists, calendars, classes, results. We're not going to use a whole lot of that in this class. So I'm going to go ahead and just close those down. But I am going to enter into the writing process. That was that assignment that's coming up. Okay, first thing I notice is that it says it's going to take me about 15 minutes. It says that I could start it on August 23rd, so it's been open for a while, but it says the due date is in December. That seems strange to me because as this great student that I am, I noticed that I have a due date in Canvas that says it's due at the end of the week. Well, let me tell you, as your instructor, the reason why the due date in Connect says December is so that students can submit late work. If I made this due date match the one in Canvas, you would not be able to turn it in even a minute after the due date. So I like to keep all the due dates at the end of the class so that students can submit work late because I think that these Connect assignments are useful to you. Okay, so we've checked that out. Now I'm going to come back. I'm going to go ahead and begin. Move my face. Here we go. Begin the assignment. Bear with me while things load. Riveting television. They're always going to give you a little study tip. So remember that when you do a Connect lesson, when you answer a question, Connect is going to ask you how sure you are about that question. Do you know it? Do you maybe know it? Do you not know it? And Connect will judge how much supplemental material they need to give you based on how well your knowledge of the information aligns with how good you are actually at it. Okay, so you'll work through this where it teaches you about evaluating how good you are with this topic. But what I really want to show you today is the library. If you don't want to just go into the Connect lesson blindly, say you don't even know, I don't know about the writing process. What's the writing process? What? You're going to ask me questions about this? If you're uncomfortable with that, before you do your Connect lesson, click Library, and you can read about all of the things the lesson is going to be about. So you can kind of get ready for it, refresh your memory before diving in. Students who look at the library first tend to spend a lot less time on the Connect assignments. Let's say that you finish the writing process, you feel great about it, you complete it, you work all the way through it, but the next week you say, what was that thing about the writing process? I feel like that was really important. Or maybe you work through a lesson on commas and you still are feeling a little wobbly about commas. You can go to this recharge button up here, and recharge will help it will refresh your memory of the things that you've learned. So that's the stuff that I feel is the most important for you to know. Use the library before you do an assignment. Use the recharge if you want a refresher. And just keep in mind that should you leave one of these Connect assignments in the middle of it, you're not complete. Maybe your kid needs dinner, you need to take the dog on a walk, you have to go to work. Life happens. Connect will save your progress. So don't worry about if you have to leave in the middle of one. You can leave and come back when you're feeling ready to complete it. I hope that you found this useful today. If you have any questions, please just let me know. Send me a message in Canvas and I can help and walk you through it. Just remember that when it's complete, your score will pop into Canvas for me. And at the end of each module, a Connect module, you'll do a summary for your instructor in class. So an additional little written piece to reflect on what you learned and why it was important. Okay, that's everything. I will see you all in class.